Hey everyone, it's Mark. So I'm assuming if you clicked on this video, you're probably just as excited about Project Mew as I am. So far in the anime, we've had 2 episodes focusing on Project Mew, and it seems like this is going to be a really cool storyline in Pokémon Journeys that should lead to a lot of exciting episodes. With that being said, there's still so much we don't know about Project Mew. It's a little bit of a mystery right now just how this organized quest for Mew is going to pan out. In this video, I'm going to go over what we know so far and talk about some of the incredible possibilities that I think Project Mew has to offer. Be sure to like this video and subscribe, and let's get started. So, in episode 68 of Journeys, Professor Oak introduced Ash and Go to Project Mew. I'm assuming this will also be its name in the dub, but then again, they did change the Pokemon World Championships to the World Coronation Series, so I guess they could totally change up the name for this thing as well. For now, we're gonna go with Project Mew, and the basic details are that a group of trainers are gathering together to search for Mew. In episode 71 of Pokemon Journeys, Ash and Go met the key members of Project Mew. There's Hodaka, the leader and overall oddball professor, then there's Tsurugi and Asahi. All 3 of these people are totally original characters in the anime, so very little is known about them. We do, however, know their roles in Project Mew. Tsurugi and Asahi are both chasers, which as far as I can tell just means trainers who will be the ones on the ground actively searching for Mew. Asahi seems very knowledgeable, and Tsurugi is a powerful trainer, as proven by his single strike Urshifu that was able to handle a Regice fairly easily. So they both seem pretty capable. Those 2 already have their spots as chasers locked in, and there's 3 more slots up for grabs. In order to decide who the final chaser spots will go to, trainers that want to join Project Mew have to complete trial missions, which I'll talk more about a little later. So far, Go and Gary Oak are the only people we know of that are attempting trial missions. And that, quite honestly, is all we know about Project Mew. There are a few more minor details that I'll bring up throughout the rest of this video, but I'm going to cut off the introduction part right here and move on to talking about how I think Project Mew will actually play out. When Project Mew was first introduced in a preview trailer a few months ago, a lot of people initially thought that it was going to be an arc, kind of like the Sword and Shield arc, which was 4 consecutive episodes about the Darkest Day. Obviously, Project Mew is not going to be structured in the same way. My guess is that the long-term storyline of Project Mew will eventually culminate in a multi-episode arc somewhere later down the line. My reasoning for that is, well, Sun and Moon. Think about the Nebby storyline. It started off by introducing all the Aether Foundation characters, adding new wrinkles to Lily's character, and several episodes later we finally got the arc dedicated to going to save Lusamine in Ultra Space. My guess is that Project Mew will last longer than the Nebby storyline did, but there's no way to tell really, since at the time of me making this video we only know what's happening with the anime as far out as Dawn's Return arc, so who knows when Project Mew will really start to kick into high gear. My hope for this storyline is that just like how Lily started to grow a lot as a character in Sun and Moon, Go will really start to shine in Pokemon Journeys. Of course, certain sections of the fanbase are probably just angry that Go is getting his own storyline, but that's their own issue. Go has made it very clear that his dream is to catch Mew, and instead of that just being some far-off goal that he never really accomplishes, Project Mew is giving that dream some focus. Not only that, but characters like Gary and Tsurugi are being positioned as rivals for Go, which I think will really help his character, since quite honestly, he's had no real adversity to face in Journey so far, other than some internal conflicts. Now, Go has to compete to secure his spot as a chaser in Project Mew, and in order to do so, he has to complete trial missions. So far, trial missions seem to be important events that take up entire episodes, kind of reminiscent of contests or showcases in a way, and trial missions have the potential to be just as, if not more exciting than contests were. Let's dive into that a little more. So what is a trial mission exactly? In episode 68, Gary collected a feather from the legendary Pokemon Moltres, sent it to Asahi, and received a token because of it. That was his trial mission. In episode 71, Go caught an angry Alolan Ninetales, which proved very difficult, but this was ultimately just an entry mission that Go had to pass in order to start receiving trial missions himself. Each time someone completes a trial mission, they get a token. At the end of some designated time period that they haven't revealed yet, the people in charge of Project Mew will tally up who has the most tokens, and the top 3 will become chasers for Project Mew. Now, I know I brought up Nebby earlier, and that whole storyline that culminated with Ash and friends rescuing Lusamine from Ultra Space, but maybe a better Sun and Moon comparison to Project Mew is actually the Necrozma arc. That storyline really started when Ash and his classmates started going on Ultra Guardian missions, and the introduction of Ash's Poipole. A lot of time passed before we eventually got to a 4-episode arc that effectively ended that storyline, and in the meantime, Ash was still taking on the Island Challenge, other characters were getting dedicated episodes, and some filler, of course. This is what I'm expecting Project Mew to be structured like. I mean, it's a pretty easy comparison between Ultra Guardian missions and trial missions. Ash and friends working together to capture an Ultra Beast is more or less on the same level as Go and Ash searching for rare Pokemon. I mean, if the first 2 missions are anything to go by, with Moltres and Regis showing up, it's likely that these trial missions are gonna get pretty crazy. And we already know that Journeys can be something totally different with every episode. That was true before Project Mew, and I don't think that's changing anytime soon. One week, it'll be Ash having an epic World Coronation Series match, then Chloe and Eevee will go on some adventure. The week after, I don't know, they'll be playing tic-tac-toe at the Cerise Laboratory or something like that, just complete filler. And then the very next week, Ash and Go will be traversing through a desert, searching for Regirock or something like that. It's gonna be all over the place because that's kind of what Journeys does. It's exciting because they could be taking on a trial mission in literally any region, but also frustrating because we may go 5 straight episodes without either a trial mission or a World Coronation Series battle. That's Journeys for ya. In episode 71, Asahi revealed that Project Mew's finale will take place on this tabletop mountain, since that's where they think Mew will be. We don't know when this will take place or how many trial missions Go will have to complete before we get the grand finale. I am certain that Go will make the final cut though. As of right now, there's 3 chaser positions up for grabs and only 2 people competing for them. Gary and Go seem like they're shoo-ins for the final squad, but who will be the 3rd chaser? It could be a totally new character, it could be another returning character, or maybe it'll just be Ash. I mean, he's doing the trial missions with Go, so he should realistically be able to qualify as well. Regardless of who is making the trip to Project Mew, what's gonna happen when they get there? I'm assuming this place will be flush with rare and powerful Pokemon, and anytime characters like Go, Gary, and Tsurugi are all together, there's going to be conflict. At the end of it all, I'm assuming the goal is for someone to catch Mew. Saying that, unless Project Mew is going to stretch out for the rest of Pokemon Journeys, I doubt anyone is going to catch Mew. That's Go's dream after all, so it wouldn't make any sense for Mew to be caught so soon. However, there's going to be some kind of outcome from Project Mew that will lead us into the next part of Journeys, I'm sure of that much. One theory that I've seen kicked around is that Hodaka isn't just some innocent professor who's trying to learn more about Pokemon, but actually Project Mew is just a cover-up for what is really an evil scheme. Now, I am incredibly fascinated by this theory. I am not sold on it being the truth, but it is fun to speculate. Tsurugi and Asahi are both, well, blunt, to put it nicely, and we really don't know much about Hodaka. Go had to catch that Alolan Ninetales on Mount Coronet, and Tsurugi claimed that the Ninetales was there because it was poached by some Pokemon hunters. Is it possible that Tsurugi himself was one of those hunters? Again, this is all just speculation. Project Mew could be totally legit, and everything will end up okay. Or this arc will end with Hodaka capturing Mew for himself and revealing himself to be this evil character that suddenly becomes the main antagonist for the series. Maybe Chairman Rose will get involved as a way of getting revenge on Ash and Go for ruining his plans back in Galar. And maybe that will be the twist ending to Project Mew. Or maybe it'll end with Mew just flying away, kind of like Moltres did. But those are all my thoughts right now about Project Mew. Okay, that's a lie, I could talk about this all day, and feel free to hit me up on Twitter or join my Discord server to discuss this even more. Of course, you can also leave comments on this video with your thoughts, and be sure to hit like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.